Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Monday. This is Big Al, and we're continuing our series on AM and FM radio stations from across the country. And today we are focusing on the Motor City, Detroit, Michigan. Took me a while to write this list down as well, because there were some stations from Canada, and there's some stations in nearby Ann Arbor. So I decided to include some of those in this list. So, enough of me rambling, let's jump right into it. 560, broadcasting in high definition, is WRDT Monroe. The Word AM 560, Detroit's Christian Talk. This is a Christian talk and teaching station from Crawford Broadcasting. It is repeated on WMUZ 103.5 HD3 in Detroit, and is translated at 107.1 W296DY in Detroit. 580 is the first of the Canadian stations we'll be looking at today. CKWW, Windsor, Ontario. Known as AM 580 Motor City Classics, the greatest hits of all time. This is an oldies station, which is owned by Canadian media giant Bell Media. 630 is another Canadian station, CFCO, Chatham, Ontario. Country 92.9, CFCO. Chatham, Kent's Country. They broadcast a country music format from Blackburn Radio. 680 and 690 is WNZK Dearborn Heights. This is the only station in the United States that the FCC has granted approval for them to broadcast on two frequencies. They're known as WNZK 690 Days, 680 Nights, the Station of the Nations. This is a talk and ethnic station owned by Barak Broadcasting Company. WNZK broadcasts on 690 during daytime hours and on 680 during nighttime hours. 760 is WJR Detroit, News Talk 760 WJR, the great voice of the Great Lakes. This is a news talk format with news updates from Westwood One and programming from Premier Radio Networks. WJR is also the radio flagship station of the Detroit Lions and is also the city's affiliate of Michigan State Spartans football and men's basketball. WJR, one of the oldest stations in Michigan, is owned by Cumulus and is repeated on WDVD 96.3 FM HD2 in Detroit. 800 is CKLW Windsor, AM 800 CKLW, the information station. This is a news talk format owned by Bell Media. 910 WFDF Farmington Hills is 910 AM Superstation, and they have a pair of slogans. The most powerful voices in the urban community is one slogan. The other one that they use is, we do radio our way. WFDF is an urban talk and urban music station owned by Kevin Adele and the Adele Broadcasting Company. They also own independent television station WADL TV, Channel 38. WFDF is the former Detroit affiliate of Radio Disney, and this station broadcasts in high definition. 950 is WWJ Detroit, News Radio 950 WWJ. They use three slogans on this station: live and local, the news watch never stops, and Detroit's #1 news station. In fact, this is the only all-news radio station in the state of Michigan. WWJ airs an all-news format with news updates from CBS News, and they will air some Detroit Pistons and Detroit Tigers games if there is a scheduling conflict with both teams' flagship station, which is WXYT FM 97.1 The Ticket. WWJ is also the flagship station of the Michigan IMG Sports Network. So they are the flagship station of the Michigan Wolverines. So all their football and men's basketball games are heard on WWJ. This station is owned by Intercom Communications and is repeated on WXYT 97.1 FM HD2 in Detroit. 990 is WDEO Ypsilanti, Ave Maria Radio. They air a religious format along with Catholic talk and Catholic sermons, and they are owned by Ave Maria Media Services. AM 1030 is WUFL Sterling Heights, 1030 Family Life Radio. They broadcast contemporary Christian music and religious talk. This station is owned by Family Life Radio and is a daytime-only operation. So by FCC rules, in accordance with their license, this station signs off at local sunset. However, WUFL does operate 4 translator stations. 94.1 W231CV Holly, 94.3 W232CA Detroit, 103.1 W276 DB Rochester Hills, and 104.7 W284 BQ Warren. 1050 is WTKA Ann Arbor, Sports Talk 1050 WTKA. Their slogan is a part of a line from the Michigan fight song, The Leaders and Best. They broadcast a sports format and is the Ann Arbor affiliate of CBS Sports Radio. WTKA also airs Michigan Wolverines football and men's basketball, as well as Detroit Red Wings hockey and Detroit Tigers baseball. WTKA is owned by Cumulus. 1090 is WCAR Livonia, SB Nation Radio Detroit. This is the Detroit affiliate of SB Nation Radio, which means they air a sports format, and is owned by Barak Broadcasting Corporation. 1130 WDFN Detroit, AM 1130 WDFN The Fan, Detroit Sports Talk. Now this is Motown's Fox Sports radio station. They are owned by iHeartMedia and they're broadcasting in high definition. 1200 AM is WMUZ Taylor. They're branded as WMUZ The Salt 1200 AM. Broadcasting an inspirational format from Crawford Broadcasting. 1270 is WXYT AM Detroit, CBS Sports Radio 1270. This station airs the entire CBS Sports Radio schedule. And will also air some play-by-play if there is a scheduling conflict on 97.1. WXYT AM is owned by Intercom and is repeated on WXYT FM 97.1 HD3. WXYT AM's signal is in high definition. And this frequency was the former home of WXYZ, the ABC-owned radio station, which ran on 1270 from 1946 through 1984. 1310 is WDTW AM Dearborn, La Zeta 1310 and 107.9. Marcando Territorio, which translates in English to marking territory. That's their slogan. WDTW airs regional Mexican, tropical, and Mexican pop music, which is owned by Zamora Broadcasting Systems Incorporated. And they operate an FM translator in Detroit on 107.9 W300DI. 1290 WLBY Saline is AM 1290 WLBY Ann Arbor's talk station. Obviously airing a talk format, news updates from Westwood One, and syndicated programs from both Bloomberg Radio and Westwood One. This station is owned by Cumulus. 1340 WCHB Royal Oak, AM 1340 Detroit's Gospel Station. Broadcasts in urban gospel format, which is owned by Crawford Broadcasting, and their signals in high definition. This station also operates translator station W244DL in Detroit at 96.7 FM. 1400 WDTK Detroit, FM 101.5 and AM 1400 The Patriot. They broadcast a conservative talk format with news updates and programming from the Salem Radio Network. WDTK is owned by Salem Media Group, and they operate on FM translator W268CN Detroit at 101.5. 1440 is WMKM Inkster, Rejoice AM 1440. This is an urban gospel station locally owned by Great Lakes Radio Detroit LLC. 1460 WPON Walled Lake, talk and rare oldies. So they are an oldies and talk station, which is owned by Barak Broadcasting. 1480 WSDS Salem Township, La Explosiva, La que se escribe con rojo, or the one written in red. That's their slogan. WSDS airs a Spanish contemporary format owned by Vasquez Broadcasting Corporation. 1500 WLQV Detroit, Faith Talk 92.7 and 1500, life-changing talk radio. This is a religious talk format from Salem Media Group, with an FM translator in Detroit at 92.7 W224CC. Of course, the 1500 frequency signed on as WJBK radio from 1925 to 1970. And then it would be known by a series of other call signs and formats before becoming what is now WLQV. 1550 is CBEF Windsor, ICI Radio Canada Premier. This is a news talk station broadcasting in French, owned by the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. And rounding out the AM side of the dial is 1600 WAAM Ann Arbor, WAAM Talk 1600. This is a news talk station from Colarity A2 LLC. Moving to the FM band, 88.1 Channel 201 has a couple of stations. One is WHPR in Highland Park, which broadcasts urban oldies and talk from RJ Watkins Late Night Entertainment. The other station is WSMF Monroe, otherwise known as Smile FM, Michigan's Positive Hits. They broadcast contemporary Christian music and religious programming from Superior Communications. 88.3 Channel 202 also has a pair of stations. In fact, they have a pair of college-run stations. The lesser known is WXOU Auburn Hills, which is a student-run college radio station from Oakland University. The other is pretty much well known, WCBN FM Ann Arbor. Their branding and slogan is WCBN FM, freeing your mind for over 40 years. This is the student-run station from the University of Michigan that broadcasts a free-form format. 88.7 Channel 204 is CIMX Windsor, New Rock 89X. Their slogan is the best new rock first. This is a modern rock station owned by Bell Media. 89.1 Channel 206, one of the first of many FM stations in the Detroit market broadcasting in HD, is WEMU Ypsilanti. A world of music is one of their slogans, and news in your neighborhood is their other. They broadcast jazz, blues, and adult alternative rock on FM analog and HD1, while HD2 airs all jazz. Programming is supplied by NPR and Public Radio International. WEMU is owned by Eastern Michigan University. 89.9 Channel 210 is CBE FM Windsor. CBC Radio 2, otherwise known as CBC Music. So this is where you will hear jazz and classical music from the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. 90.3 Channel 212 is KDTI Rochester Hills. Previously affiliated with Air One, they are now a part of K-Love Classics, which is Classic Christian Contemporary from EMF. 90.9 Channel 215 WRCJ-FM Detroit. 90.9 WRCJ. Classical Days, Jazzy Nights. Which means they play classical music during the day and jazz music at night. This station is owned by Detroit Classical and Jazz Educational Radio LLC and operated by the Detroit Educational Television Foundation, owners of WTVS Channel 56, the PBS member station in Detroit. 91.7 Channel 219, also broadcasted in high definition, is WUOM Ann Arbor. This is the flagship station of Michigan Radio, Michigan's NPR news leader. They broadcast news and talk and public radio in high definition with news updates and programming from NPR, Public Radio International, American Public Media, the BBC World Service, and Michigan Radio. Judging by the call sign, WUOM is owned by the University of Michigan. Michigan Radio also airs on two affiliated stations, in Grand Rapids on 104.1 and in Flint on 91.1. Now to the commercial portion of the FM band. 92.3 Channel 222 is WMXD Detroit. Mix 92.3, Detroit's R&B and throwbacks. FM analog and HD1 is Urban Adult Contemporary. HD2 is worship music from Air 1. And they operate 3 translator stations. W228DE 93.5 in New Baltimore, 105.5 W288BK Rochester Hills, and W292DK Westland on 106.3. WMXD is owned by iHeartMedia. 93.1 Channel 226 in high definition is WDRQ Detroit. Detroit's New Country 93.1. Number 1 for New Country. So on FM, analog, and HD1 is the main country feed. HD2 is traditional country, 93.1 Nash Icon. WDRQ is owned by Cumulus. 93.5 Channel 228 is a locally run station from Livingston County. WHMI FM Howell, branded as FM 93.5. Their slogan is Livingston County's own. They broadcast classic hits with news updates every hour from ABC News. And they are locally owned by Kroll Communications Incorporated. 93.9 Channel 230 takes us back across the border. CIDR FM Windsor, 93.9 The River, real rock variety. This is a AAA adult album alternative format from Bell Media, and clearly one of Windsor's more popular stations. 94.7 Channel 234 in high definition is WCSX Birmingham. 94.7 WCSX, Detroit's classic rock. They, of course, air classic rock on its FM, analog, and HD1 signals, and they do not have additional subchannels. WCSX is owned by Beasley Broadcast Group. 95.5 Channel 238, high definition, WKQI Detroit. Channel 955, Detroit's number 1 hit music station. FM, analog, and HD1 is Top 40 CHR. And HD2 is a channel that's nothing but classic funk. So we're talking like urban dance hits from the 60s and 70s. And they may have some 80s on that station. I'm not sure. WKQI is owned by iHeartMedia. 95.9 Channel 240. CJWF FM Windsor. Windsor's Country 95.9/92.7. This is a country music station from Blackburn Radio and is repeated on CJSP FM 92.7 in Leamington, Ontario. 96.3 Channel 242 high definition is WDVD Detroit. 96.3 WDVD, today's best music and more. FM, analog, and HD1 is Hot Adult Contemporary. HD2 is the simulcast of News Talk 760 WJR. And this was the former home of WJR FM. WDVD is owned by Cumulus. 96.7 Channel 244. CHYR FM Windsor. Mix 96.7, Windsor's hit music. So this is a hot adult contemporary and top 40 CHR hybrid from Blackburn Radio. 97.1 Channel 246 high definition. WXYT FM Detroit. 97.1 The Ticket, Detroit Sports Talk all day. So the main sports format is on FM, analog, and HD1. They are the secondary Detroit affiliate of CBS Sports Radio, whereas sister station WXYT AM runs the entire CBS Sports Radio schedule. WXYT FM is also the flagship station of the Detroit Pistons, the Detroit Red Wings, and the Detroit Tigers. And they are also the Detroit affiliate of Westwood One Sports. So any of their national broadcasts like the NFL, the NCAA men's basketball tournament, the Masters, you can listen to all of that on 97.1 The Ticket. HD2 is the simulcast of News Radio 950 WWJ. And then on HD3 is the simulcast of CBS Sports Radio 1270. WXYT FM is owned by Intercom. 97.5 Channel 248 CBEW FM Windsor. CBC Radio 1. This is a news talk station from the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. 97.9 Channel 250 High Definition is WJLB Detroit. 97.9 WJLB The D's Hip Hop and R&B. FM HD1 is Urban Contemporary. HD2 is Urban Oldies, branded as Funky Town Radio. WJLB is owned by iHeartMedia. Alright, now we're on to the final page. 98.3 Channel 252 is WMIM Luna Pier, which is technically a part of the Toledo, Ohio radio market. But Monroe is counted in the southern fringes of the Detroit radio market. So I counted this station. 98.3 Nash Icon, broadcasting a traditional country format which is owned by Cumulus, and they operate in high definition. 98.7 Channel 254 also operates in high definition. That's WDZH Detroit. 98.7 The Breeze. Relaxing favorites at work. Soft Adult Contemporary airs on its FM analog signal and on HD1. HD2 is the station's former branding as Smooth Jazz V98.7. Back in the days, this was one of the top performing stations in Detroit. And then on HD3 is LGBTQ talk and dance music, otherwise known as Channel Q. WDZH is owned by Intercom. 99.1 Channel 256 CJAM FM Windsor. CJAM 99.1 FM, reaching higher ground in Windsor and Detroit. This is a campus radio station from the University of Windsor. 99.5 Channel 258 High Definition is WYCD Detroit. New Country 99.5 YCD. Detroit's number one for country. Country music airing on FM analog and on HD1. HD2 is New Country, branded as Wolf Picks. And on HD3 is a CCM station known as 99.5 The Crossing. And this station is owned by Intercom. 100.3 Channel 262 High Definition is WNIC Dearborn. 100.3 WNIC, the best variety of the 80s, 90s, and today. On its FM analog signal and on HD1 is Adult Contemporary. And this station changes to Christmas music during the holiday season. Then HD2 is Soft Adult Contemporary, dubbed as Sunny Radio. WNIC is owned by iHeartMedia. 100.7 Channel 264 is CKUE FM1 Windsor. 95.1 and 100.7 Cool FM. Great hits and real classics. Canada's Cool FM. This is a classic rock station from Blackburn Radio and the repeater station of CKUE 95.1 FM in Chatham, Ontario. 101.1 Channel 266 in high definition is WRIF Detroit. 101 WRIF The Riff. Everything that rocks. And that's the same slogan that Beasley Broadcast Group uses on their rock station in Philadelphia. FM, analog, and HD1 is active rock and no additional subchannels. And there are some programming from the United Stations Radio Network. WRIF is owned by Beasley Broadcast Group and is the former home of WXYZ FM. 101.9 Channel 270 high definition is WDET Detroit. 101.9 WDET, Detroit's public radio station. Their public radio format on FM analog NHD1 and news, talk, and music on HD2, which is dubbed as WDET2, diverse music and news. This station is owned by Wayne State University and is in no way in competition with Michigan Radio. 102.3 Channel 272 is CINA FM Windsor. 102.3 FM CINA Radio, which is a multilingual station owned by Needy P. Ray. Needy is spelled Neeti. And this is a sister station of CINA AM in Toronto. 102.7 Channel 274 is WDKL Mount Clemens. Positive, encouraging K-Love. FM analog and HD1 is, of course, contemporary Christian music, and there is no additional subchannels on this station. WDKL is owned by EMF. 102.9 Channel 275 is WWWW-FM Ann Arbor. 102.9 W4 Country. Good times, great music. They are a country music format from Cumulus and is the Ann Arbor affiliate of both Nash FM and the Michigan Wolverines. In fact, this is the FM station in Ann Arbor that broadcasts Michigan Wolverines sports. Its sister station, Sports Talk 1050 WTKA, also airs Wolverines football and men's hoops. 103.5 Channel 278 is WMUZ FM Detroit. 103.5 WMUZ The Light. FM analog and HD1 is Christian talk and contemporary Christian music. HD2 and HD3 are simulcasts of their two sister radio properties. HD2 is the WCHB simulcast, which plays urban gospel. And in HD3 is the WRDT AM 560 The Word simulcast, which broadcasts Christian talk. WMUZ FM is owned by Crawford Broadcasting. 103.9 Channel 280, CJBC FM 1, Windsor. This is ICI Music, broadcasting classical music and jazz in French. This station is owned by the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation and is a rebroadcaster of CJBC FM in Toronto. 104.3 Channel 282, high definition, is WOMC Detroit. 104.3 WOMC, Detroit's greatest hits. FM analog and HD1 is classic hits. HD2 was their longtime format on the main channel, and that's Oldies 104.3. And then on HD3 is a pretty cool channel, Music Town 104.3, which features music from all Detroit artists. So if you have the radio.com app, I highly suggest listening to Music Town. Pretty cool experience. WOMC is owned by Entercom. 105.1 Channel 286, high definition, WMGC FM Detroit. 105.1 The Bounce, Detroit's throwback hip-hop and R&B. They also have another slogan, get your bounce on. FM analog and HD1 is classic hip-hop. On HD2, and I don't know if this is still operational, but I wrote it down anyway, is Detroit Sports 105.1 HD2, which airs programming from ESPN Radio. Since Detroit doesn't have a standalone ESPN radio station, and they haven't had one since WMGC FM was a sports station. They are owned by Beasley Broadcast Group. 105.5 Channel 288 is CBEF FM2 Windsor. ICI Radio Canada Premiere. This is a news talk station broadcasting in French, owned by the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, and this is a repeater station of CBEF AM Windsor on 1550. 105.9 Channel 290, high definition, WDMK Detroit. 105.9 Kiss FM, Detroit's #1 for smooth R&B and old school. FM analog and HD1 is Urban AC. HD2 is Urban Gospel, as part of the Detroit Praise Network. WDMK is owned by Beasley Broadcast Group. Translator stations W260CB, 99.9 FM, and W252BX, 98.3 FM, both in Detroit. Both of those translators relays the HD2 signal. Meanwhile, W228CJ Detroit and W228CU Riverview, both on 93.5, they simulcast the HD2. 106.7 Channel 294 WLLZ Detroit. 106.7 WLLZ Detroit's Wills, the next generation of classic rock. So this is the station that's in direct competition with market leader WCSX. FM analog and HD1 is classic rock. HD2 is rhythmic top 40. And I think I read on Wikipedia they're branded as Wild 106.7. And in HD3 plays oldies. This station is owned by iHeartMedia. Of course, the WLLZ call sign resided at 98.7 FM for many years as a very successful album-oriented rock station. They then flipped to smooth jazz as WVMV, V98.7 in 1995, and they were very successful with that smooth jazz format. Then the 98.7 frequency switched to a top 40 CHR branded as AMP Radio. That lasted until 2018 when 98.7 became what is now WDZH 98.7 The Breeze. But enough of me rambling. I got two more stations I gotta cover here. 107.1 channel 296 is WQKL Ann Arbor. Ann Arbor's 107.1. Their slogan is, "It's different here." This is an adult album alternative station from Cumulus. And finally, 107.5 channel 298, high definition, is WGPR Detroit. Hot 107.5 interactive hip hop and R&B. They are mainstream urban on FM analog and in HD1, and there are no additional subchannels. WGPR is owned by the International Free and Accepted Modern Masons and had been operated by Urban One via a local marketing agreement. Of course, that local marketing agreement expired at midnight on New Year's Day. So it's possible that this station may be looking for another partner to maybe looking for another company to perhaps put an LMA in, which means this station may not be a hip hop station for long. It may switch to another format, so stay tuned. All right, those are the radio stations across Detroit, Michigan. Tomorrow, we'll continue this with Atlanta, Georgia, another major market where there was a little bit of a shakeup on the radio airwaves there. I will fill you in on all of that tomorrow. Until then, this is Big Al. Good night. Peace out.